Victor Kilo 3 Sierra Oscar.
Yeah, very good. VK3 Sierra Oscar. Good morning. VK3 Sierra Oscar, big signal from 9A5EAT Echo Alpha Tango.
Good morning, Andy. 9A5EAT Echo Alpha Tango Victor Kilo 3 Sierra Oscar. Good morning to you, Andy. I've been listening to you for a while. And yeah, I'll tell you more on the next one. Back to you.
Very good, very good. You're coming good here, 5 by 9 at least, on the long pass here this morning. Very good. First contact today to Down Under. So, good signal from VK3 and you. Again, the name is Andy, A-N-D-Y. Go ahead.
Thanks very much, Andy, for replying to my call. And yes, name here is Sergio. We have spoken before a couple of times, 3 times perhaps, and I have been looking at your website page, which is absolutely fantastic, an inspirational, what can I say, an inspirational piece of writing and testimonial of what is amateur radio. Also, I absolutely like the idea of the rack shoe concept, which is what I also share with you. I don't really like the idea of 5-9 see you later Charlie. I like to have a rack shoe, and DX was not just for numbers. So I absolutely love your webpage, and I would like to say thank you for sharing that beautiful concept, and also not to forget mentioning the fantastic location you are in Croatia. I've been looking at the map. I've been looking where my ancestors used to be born in Italy, in northern Italy. You're about on the same latitude of them in the northern part of Italy. Anyway, it's a great idea. Anyway, back to you. 9A5EAT Echo Alpha Tango Victor Kilo 3 Sierra Oscar.
Yeah, very good, Sergio. Very good. Thank you very much. Yeah, I'm doing exactly the same. I'm not counting countries. I'm not counting contacts. I'm not doing things as such. For me, it's just important to get to know each other, talk a bit about this and that, and just learn a bit about others from others out there. Sometimes it's a new antenna concept. Sometimes it's just a good idea to play around with this or that. You can't do that if you just share just a report and tell the people, okay, you are 5 by 9, and then they are walking away. So that's not my style. So whoever wants to do that should just tune on and find a different frequency. I'm not interested. I'm not collecting any countries. You know, there are people out there that tell you, okay, I have made 560 countries. I don't know if there are 560 even out there. You know what I'm talking about? You know, I'm pretty sure, and I bet money, I can reach any place on the planet like you can. We all can. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of finding a person who is willing to talk to you at this place. But I can go to the last place on the planet, or the last island somewhere in the Pacific Ocean, and I bet money we will have contact from there to here, and from there to your place. So why should I count countries and places? I don't understand that at all. But anyway, so it's just my way of doing this hobby. So I just love to have a conversation and talk about things, and that's way more important. And sometimes, you know, you run into each other later in your life. You know, we are going now to Australia just for a couple of days before we go on to Zulu Lima land. But what I'm saying is you have contacts, you know people, and you know people at so many places around the planet. And sometimes you sit together and have a beer. Isn't that fantastic? Go ahead.
QSL, Andy, 9A5EAT Echo Alpha Tango VK3SO. Absolutely agreed. Now, before I forget, if you're coming to Australia, are you coming to Melbourne? And if you are, let me know. I'd be happy to travel 200 kilometers from where I am at the moment, from Melbourne, and meet you there if you're a few days in Melbourne, catching up with other people. And then, before I forget again, I have also looked at your antenna tower, which is a fantastic mechanical device, that pneumatic tower, collapsible, made in Italy. I have seen some of those, and they are absolutely beautiful. 20 meters of height, it's absolutely brilliant. And also, I have to agree with you, when the winds are coming, you are very comfortable decreasing the height with the devices you've got there at the use. So now, yeah, the setup you've got at the station is magnificent also, and there are many things to do and learn. I run only a modest 100 watts with a wire. I've got an end-fed 19 meters height, but it does give me the angle of radiation to get to you and to Europe and to anywhere I want to. And it is a matter of patience. I don't need to run amplifiers. I would love to, but I don't have the facilities at the moment, neither the means to have one. However, I enjoy with the minimum I've got here, and I'm very happy. I'm very happy that you are there at the other side of the world, and you're very welcome into this land. 9A5 Echo Alpha Tango VK3 Sierra Oscar, over.
Very, very good. Thank you very much, Sergio. Yeah, you know, actually, my wife doesn't know anything about the plan to travel the world. I just asked her if I have the permission to book some vacation, and it could be a bit longer than usual. And she trusted me and said, okay, do what you want, but don't get me to the super cold places, to Alaska, and don't put me on the South Pole, but anything else is fine. So I'm more or less planning a road trip with her, and she doesn't know about that, and we will meet some friends, and the biggest surprise will be we are 4 days in Sydney. We are just flying into Sydney, in and out, continuing the journey to Auckland, but we have a son, and our son lives in Hong Kong, and we are going every year to Hong Kong to see him, and he is coming here once per year to see us. So we just meet maximum twice in a year. And this year we have not met, because last year, at the end of last year, we went to Vietnam together and shared some good times in Vietnam and later in Hong Kong. But it is a time to see each other, and I just told my son, I sent you some money, get you a flight, come to Sydney. And he said, Sydney? He said, Sydney, yeah, that's around the corner from your place. And he said, he was laughing and said, okay, this is only a 10-hour flight, but it's around the corner, yeah. So I hear you. So he's now coming, and my wife doesn't know anything. So we will go to Sydney if she doesn't know the place. And all of a sudden our son will serve us a beer. I want to see her face.
Echo Alpha 5 Echo Alpha Tango VK3, so absolutely 100% copy, and absolutely agreed. Sydney is a great place. I have been there once in 2005 with my wife and other friends. We drove from Melbourne. We took a big car and we drove in different steps, and I actually have the pleasure to drive in to the entrance of the into the big bridge, and in Sydney was an amazing experience. We absolutely loved the place. You will absolutely love it, Andy. So it's going to be a very good experience, and it's good for your son also to travel. I've been to Hong Kong in 1993, when that year the country was given back to China. That was a very interesting year that I went through work. And yes, Hong Kong is another fantastic city to live in. It's very busy, of course, but at that time I was young and I was enjoying it. Not so much now with my 68 years of age. I am getting a bit slower and then just relaxing a little bit. Anyway, I better let you go, and I will just go back to my computer and keep working. I'm supposed to be doing some work there. So I better go back into it, and then I'll be listening, and so you have a fantastic morning. Hope you haven't forgot your breakfast or any coffee, and I'll talk to you another time. It's been a pleasure as always, and a great emotion to hear you here in this shack. 9 Alpha 5 Echo Alpha Tango Victor Kilo 3 Sierra Oscar, listening for your final.
Very good, Sergio. Thank you for all the information and recommendations, and I totally agree. You know, if you are younger, Hong Kong is one of the best places on the planet, so that's for sure. So my son is 32, and he is engaged with a lady from the UK. So she's also living with him and is also working in Hong Kong. So they share their life since 8 years in Hong Kong, and so they want to marry next year. So that's more or less the plan, and they have traveled the world also in their young life, but they traveled a lot. And my son has been in Sydney several times for vacationing, and he knows the place probably better than I do. I have been there maybe 5 times or so in my life, and so I had not that much time because I was just there for business, right? So I had to make my money and had not the time to travel around and just look for the nice bars and the nice women. So therefore, you know, this time we are there for vacationing, and we will have a couple of days, and that's not bad. So thank you very much, Sergio. It was a pleasure talking to you, and yeah, looking forward to the next one. And be very well, and thanks for the contact. VK3 Sierra Oscar, 9 Alpha 5 Echo Alpha Tango.
QSL, Andy, QSL, have a great day, you and your family, and my best regards to you. Take care. 9 Alpha 5 Echo Alpha Tango, VK3 Sierra Oscar, clear. 73, Andy.
Bye-bye, 73, Sergio. See you later. Bye-bye.